The name of our provincial administrator here is Atty.Maria Mamba Villaflor. May we be enlightened if she's related to Governor Mamba? And if so, what is her relation? Thank you, Mr.
Governor is my uncle, Your Honor. He is the brother of my father, Attorney Leonardo Mamba, who's already deceased.
Saying that the governor is openly defying the subpoena of this committee by telling you that even those who are not essential should not be allowed to travel here. Are you saying that in effect?
Your Honor, the refusal was to issue the travel order, Your Honor, was based on the set policies of the governor, Your Honor, of the provincial government.
Yes, I understand that's the policy.
Mr. Chair, now to move and cite in contempt the provincial administrator of the province of Cagayan, Atty.Mamba Villaflor, to be cited in contempt and be ordered to be detained here in this August. Mr. Chair, considering that the explanation of the show cause order, Mr. Chair, points to only one direction, and that is the prevention or non-giving of the travel order to all the invited subpoenaed resource person. I'm constrained, Mr. Chair, now to move and cite in contempt the provincial administrator of the province of Cagayan, Atty.Mamba Villaflor, to be cited in contempt and be ordered to be detained here in this August. Mr. Chair. So move, Mr. Chair.
The travel authority that they're using now was signed by you.
They transmit the request for travel authority.
Just answer it. Did you sign the travel authority for them now?
No.
No.
I have no authority to sign the travel authority
So
outside.
conflicting answers. Now, maybe just remind our resource persons now. Can you please stop giving contradictory answers? No, kanina sinasabi nyo, the payout would not have gone through if I was not present. Now you're saying that it could have gone through even without my presence. Now you're saying that the travel authority was issued by the provincial administrator, and now the provincial administrator saying that I cannot give such authority. Now, what's with all the conflicting answers?
Makes.
Okay, please proceed, Vice Chair.
I took note that the name of our provincial administrator here is Atty.Maria Mamba Villaflor. May we be enlightened if she's related to Governor Mamba? And if so, what is her relation? Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Vice Chair. Please answer the query of Vice Chair Luistro.
The governor is my uncle, Your Honor. He is the brother of my father, Attorney Leonardo Mamba, who's already deceased.
Are you satisfied with the answer?
And parcel of the relief operations. You just heard Attorney Taliping Jr. said that he had nothing to do with the relief operations on the day that he was not given travel authority.
Yes, Your Honor. The general directive of the governor was to prioritize the activities. Part of our relief operations, Your Honor, the relief operations for distribution of relief goods and the operations relating to distribution of financial assistance are separate operations, Your Honor. So upon the directive of the governor, we prioritize the distribution since all are affected. So,
but you just heard your legal say that the functions he performed on Monday was in no way related to the relief operations.
yes, he mentioned
So
that, Your
how
Honor.
does that justify your refusal to give him a travel authority when he had nothing to do with it?
Because during our discussion, Your Honor, the week prior when I was informed of the invitations and the governor was likewise apprised of the same, the directive was to prioritize the activities of the province relating to the distribution of both relief and financial. And as a matter of policy, Your Honor, there is a standing policy of the governor that whenever there are calamities, we do not allow travel as much as possible, and we have to prioritize the addressing the needs of the communities, Your Honor. So,
But Panyera, so you're now saying that the governor is openly defying the subpoena of this committee by telling you that even those who are not essential should not be allowed to travel here. Are you saying that in effect?
Your Honor, the refusal was to issue the travel order, Your Honor, was based on the set policies of the governor, Your Honor, of the provincial government.
Yes, I understand that's the policy. But why prevent people who will not be performing functions related to that incident?
Your Honor, because they are expected to participate in the activities, Your Honor.
Okay,
As-
let's take Attorney Taliping as an example. What is his participation going to be in the distribution of the relief goods?
Standard, Your Honor, whenever the social welfare and other offices request for extra manpower, Your Honor, they have
Are
to
you telling
assist.
me that the lawyer is going to help go out and distribute the goods?
Yes, Your Honor. That we do that, Your Honor. The province of Cagayan experiences numerous calamities, and we've gone through a lot of them,
Okay,
Your
then
Honor.
I'll go to Attorney Taliping. Attorney Taliping, on the day that the storm hit your province, did you go out and distribute goods?
No, but I attended the PDRRM council meeting.
I'm
And
just referring now to the actual distribution of these goods, and that they said that even you might be required to do that. Now,
this,
did you in any way, at any day, during the time that there was a state of calamity in that province, go out and distribute goods?
this typhoon in particular, Your Honor, I was not called to do that. But when in a
I'm referring
previous
to this,
typhoons,
this
I even
particular incident, this particular storm.
no, Your Honor, but in other typhoons, I even rode a UV helicopter in distributing relief goods. That
But
was
but
Typhoon
not for this
Ulysses in
particular case.
2020.
But not for this particular case.
No, in this case, sir.
And you were not to ask to participate in this particular case, in the delivery.
I was not called.
Thank you.
I'm the provincial agriculturist of the province of Cagayan. And as early as July 31, I requested the Honorable Governor for a travel order for a span of 2 weeks because of the aftermath of Super Typhoon Egay. And I received on that day, August 7, a directive from the Department of Agriculture that I have to assist the central office because there was a directive of the President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. when he visited the province that we have to provide data, particularly in the aftermath of Super Typhoon Egay.
I'm Helen Donato, the Provincial Social Welfare and Development Officer. And I'm in charge of the relief cluster. And before the receipt of the Monday or August 7 hearing, I already requested for a week-long distribution from the provincial government. And we were given a scheduled distribution of the relief goods. And aside from that, I'm the only person authorized to receive donations from different personalities, senators, and other agencies.
To the show cause order issued last Monday to the 12th. Sinding was already cited in contempt and ordered to be detained here in the House. Now, with regards to the 11 and the 5, malinaw yung reason. They all rely with the wisdom and decision of the provincial administrator, which is the alter ego of the governor. Now, it's the pleasure of members of this committee.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Pong Lara.
if I may, I'm sorry to say this, Mr. Chair, but it seems hearing all these justification that they are telling us, napaka-flimsy po yung excuse, and of course, under subpoena yung iba po dito, no? Just to state Section 11 under contempt sa rules natin, Mr. Chair. So governing inquiries in aid of legislation. Section 11, the committee may punish any person for contempt by a vote of 2/3 of the members present, there being a quorum. The following shall be grounds for citing any person in contempt. Letter A, refusal without legal excuse to obey summons. Letter B, refusal to be sworn or placed under affirmation. C, refusal to answer any relevant inquiry. D, refusal to produce any books, papers, documents, or records that are relevant to the inquiry and are in the possession of the concerned person. Letter E, acting in a disrespectful manner towards any member of the committee or any misbehavior in the presence of the committee. And letter F, undue interference in the conduct of the proceeding. Considering that the explanation of the show cause order, Mr. Chair, points to only one direction, and that is the prevention non-giving of the travel order to all the invited subpoenaed resource person. I'm constrained, Mr. Chair, now to move and cite in contempt the provincial administrator of the province of Cagayan, Atty.Maria, Villaflor, to be cited in contempt and be ordered to be detained here in this August, Mr. Chair. So move, Mr. Chair.
There is a motion to cite in contempt the provincial administrator of the province of Cagayan. Do I hear any second?
Second.
Duly seconded. Any objections? Motion is carried. Co-chair.
Point of clarification, Mr. Chair. Does the motion carry that the subject person be detained?
One motion in every subject matter, so there will be another motion for the order to detain.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Chairman Ako.
Mr. Chairman, just a clarification.
Yes, Chairman Barbers.
Mr. Chairman, pursuant to Section 12 of the Rules of Procedure Governing Inquiries in Aid of Legislation, if a person is cited for contempt, attached to the citation would be the penalty of detention. So is there really a need to move for the detention, or it is automatic as what our rules say?
As per advice of the legal department of the House, we should have to order two motion.
Okay.
First motion will be contempt, then the order for detention.
Does this also mean, Mr. Chairman, that the rest of those resource persons that we have asked to explain and was a subject of a show cause order be likewise cited for contempt and be as well subject for detention?
Co-chair, please.
I think the motion of Representative Lara was limited as of now to the provincial administrator.
So there is a coming motion.
Maybe.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair.
Again, it was moved and duly seconded that the provincial administrator of Cagayan is cited in contempt. Co-chair.
On the part of Committee on Suffrage, is there a motion?
Mr. Chair, motion to cite in contempt.
There's a motion duly seconded. Any objection? There being none, then the motion is approved.
Clarification lang, may I be recognized?
Yes. And what's that clarification? Please proceed.
Earlier, Your Honor, the request to grant written explanation was, I understood, was approved to be submitted until tomorrow.
No,
Would that, in effect, Your Honor,
in that case, yung question of granting you for tomorrow's explanation, in-explain mo na ngayon eh. At saka, based on the testimony and explanation of all those resource person that was invited through a show cause order in today's hearing, napakalinaw. Sa iyo pupunta lahat. That's why we don't need a official reply letter to you explaining why should that be cited in contempt.
thank you, Your Honor.
Your presence today and the explanation you have made, together with the explanation of all those resource person concerns, was decided by this committee for you to be cited in contempt.
I just wanted to be clarified, Your Honor, given the previous order, the way I understood it, so I apologize.
While the show cause order for Governor Mamba, for him to explain why he should not be cited in contempt because of undue interference, bukas yun. Provincial Administrator, hintayin naman bukas. Okay? So again, Comsec, please inform the Sergeant at Arms to escort the Provincial Administrator